All right, and we are going to be talking about EBT. It has been an
EBT.
ongoing topic. Yep. Some people know it as SNAP. Some people know it as free food for low income families. And it,
Basically, what happened? Oh,
go
are you
ahead.
gonna? Sorry, you explain. No, you explain it. All right, or I'll explain it. But basically, what happens is RFK Jr. has become the health secretary. He obviously is on a rampage to make America healthy. This has been
Yep.
his crusade. He's been trying to do this for 19 years. A very moving speech. Praying to God every single day that somebody will put him in this thing. He wants to find out a lot about what autism and the increase in autism
Yep.
rates, increases in diseases, and why Americans are so unhealthy. And I think he's on the right track. Probably a lot of it has to do with diet, and I think a lot
Yeah.
of it has to do
Big
with
time.
what is put in our food system.
He's
So,
been working big time with Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins, and they've announced
mm-hmm.
waivers now that will be banning soda, candy, and other junk food from food stamps and
Yep.
SNAP EBT eligibility. It's supplemental
as
nutritional program meant to provide health food to low income families. So let's hear what the details.
as well as targeting a lot of things too. Like he wants to take our food
Food
dyes out because if
food coloring, yep,
food
yep.
dyes are
Artificial food coloring is a big one.
most of that
Yep.
food coloring is illegal
They've actually already made deals
else
on a
except for the
separate
United
topic.
States.
They've
So
made deals. A lot of these companies by 2026 are already in plans to remove those food dyes. So yeah, he's already making
mhm.
pretty good improvements.
Since my confirmation, our department has encouraged states to think
Here he is on the
differently
left.
and creatively about how to solve the many health issues facing Americans. One way is by not allowing taxpayer funded benefits to be used to purchase unhealthy items like soda, candy, and other junk food. The number one purchase.
So before we hear anything else, before we hear any other reactions or anything like that, how do you feel about that? Just that statement.
uh,
They're removing candy.
beggars cannot be choose up.
Yeah, agreed. 100% agreed. If you're getting assistance, you can't complain about what they're going to assist you with.
By SNAP recipients is sugary drinks. SNAP is a supplemental nutrition program meant to
Yep.
provide health food benefits to
Can
low
you pause it
income
real quick?
families.
Actually, I mean, there's been studies already, and we know that,
Yeah.
America is maybe not the most, but one of the most
We're up
unhealthy
there
countries
for
on the
obesity.
planet.
Yep.
For obesity, I think it's like a 40% rate for all adults. I know I'm a little obese. I should probably lose 10 pounds. I
We
think
all
a
are.
lot of people kind of
Yeah.
feel that way. I just don't exercise enough, personally, but that's besides the point. But yeah, you know, but
We all
especially
could
these
definitely
people who are on
use
EBT.
a little bit of work in becoming more nutritional. Uh,
I think so,
yeah.
but I think a lot of I mean, some of the struggle is, and I don't know, it'd be like, oh, it's a cope, it's a seed, whatever. But a lot of it is the food that surrounds us. I mean,
Absolutely.
that food is so
What's
accessible. Fast
available?
food
Yeah.
is obviously not good for you,
It's a lot
and
cheaper to go out and get a McDonald's burger than it is to go get a salad.
I've tried to shop healthy
Yeah.
before, but
Yeah.
shopping healthy it's more expensive. It is
Absolutely.
more expensive
Agreed.
to shop healthy for sure.
But let's see what
To
specifics they got.
supplement their
And
grocery budget so they can afford the nutritious food essential to health and well-being. That is the
Focus on
stated
eating
purpose of
healthier.
the SNAP program.
That's what I'm getting
The
at.
law states it, and President Trump's USDA plans to deliver on it alongside our partners at HHS. So today, I'm proud to sign 6 more waivers for Florida, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Colorado. This is in addition to the waivers we've already
in
signed
Colorado,
for
Yeah.
interesting.
Iowa, Indiana, and
Yeah, I
others
thought it
across the
was
country.
interesting when I saw the
I
list.
continue to encourage states to be laboratories of innovation. Think through how you can promote
Well, they're all
healthy
pretty red
families and
states
healthy
except for
communities.
Colorado.
Yeah.
And because of
It's
our
interesting.
historic partnership, USDA and HHS, and the visionary leadership of the governors here with us today and of the states represented by the signings, we are doing something about it. These SNAP waivers are just one piece of the MAHA effort. We work so closely together to encourage voluntary commitments to remove artificial food.
All right, we get that. So, I it's people need to eat, but people need to eat healthy, especially when they are being suggested by the government who is assisting them. If you're free to eat whatever you want, but they're telling you basically if you're coming to us for assistance for food, and we're gonna make sure you eat the right food.
Yeah,
And I don't think
told you before.
that's inappropriate of them to
I
say. Uh,
I think there should be a lot stricter regulations on
yeah,
government assistance. I think there should be
agreed.
regulations on how many kids you can have on government assistance. Not that there should be a limit on that, but I do think that, and I think most Americans feel this way, that it's irresponsible for people to have 3 kids, then you're on government assistance. Oh, I can't work. And so maybe, hey, maybe some stuff happens.
Yeah.
Maybe you really do want to work. I'm not saying anything bad about that, but I do think it's irresponsible to take government benefits and then continue to procreate when you already know you can't afford the
Yeah.
children you have. And I think there should be something put in place. I'm not talking about sterilization because I think that's extreme, but there should be some sort of contract that you kind of sign with the
You
government that
lose your
says, listen, you got to
qualifications,
abide
yeah.
by this, this, and this,
Or you
because
lose
I
your
mean we're helping you
qualifications.
live your life. If we're helping you live your life, then you got to abide by our rules. And if you don't abide by our rules, then we're going to kick you off of
No
it.
matter what the
Unfortunately, our
program is,
country's
yeah, everything
it's
has
too
rules.
soft for it. Our
Everything has
country's
rules.
too
We need to
soft for
follow it.
that. But
And if people don't
yeah.
follow the basic rules that are set in place by the people who run those programs, I'm sorry, then
But we don't set
you
it.
should
The
lose
problem
the
is we don't set any
qualifications.
rules because that'd be inhumane.
Well,
But nobody actually considers the middle class taxpayers
I know
who
it's
put the
still
bill
getting
for most of this stuff.
voted
Um,
on, but I know talking about what we just talked about specifically, the working. They're trying to put a regulation where you need to work a minimum of 20 hours before you can qualify for food stamps, which I think is a very good idea. I think food stamps really should be more for people that are trying to get out of the public assistance program. The public assistance program is not like you just touched on. It's not supposed to be a
no,
permanent thing. It's not supposed to be a permanent
it's
thing. It's supposed to help you out when you need it to get back to the level that you need to go to. You know?
unfortunately it is set up that way. There is a
Well,
system in place
hopefully
that says
certain
if I'm going to
regulations are
give you
put.
X amount of if I'm going to work 20 hours a week and you're going to give me X amount of money to supplement me not working for the other 20, then you're saying, well, I could work 40 hours a week, but then I could make the same money.
Yeah,
Why would I have any
it's not
reasoning
an
to do that? I mean,
incentivization.
it's
Yeah,
just there is no incentivization
the
to ever get off of these
incentivization is
programs.
to never get off. Exactly.
Incentivization is to always stay on the program because you don't have to have a nuclear family anymore. You just have to marry the government, and
Yeah,
if you marry the
very true.
government, you're going to be okay.
Well, obviously there are some reactions out there that aren't too favorable to the new rules. Let's hear from this private
I'm sure.
citizen.
I am so dumbfounded right now. There are people that genuinely think that people who use EBT don't deserve soda, candy, or desserts. You're gonna tell me that my daughter doesn't deserve a popsicle?
Now, mind you, she's talking deserve like she can't get any other way. Nobody's saying you can't buy these things. We're just saying you can't get them with EBT funds. There's a difference.
Yep.
You can use your private money to buy those things as much as you want, just like everyone else.
I mean, and that's a question actually I put to the viewers. I mean, is it unfair that there's a regulation on money that somebody is giving you? I mean,
Yeah.
you're not earning it. Somebody is handing you free money, and they're saying, but now there's going to be a stipulation
Oh, well,
tied to
that's
it that
not
you
fair.
can't get X, Y, and
That's
Z.
not fair. Freedom.
Is that wrong?
Freedom.
You're gonna tell me
But
I don't deserve to get.
what's the freedom aspect of that exactly? The freedom aspect
It's
is the
bullshit.
taxpayers have to subsidize your lifestyle.
No, yeah,
I
that's not
don't
how.
know. I mean,
That's not how the world works, but that's how they want it to
it
work.
doesn't seem like there's going to be a reduction in benefits. It just seems like there's going
No.
to be a crackdown on exactly what you can buy.
Less things will be able to be purchased with it. That's
If
all.
and I would say if you don't want that, then you
Then
should
don't
probably
get
try
'em.
to figure out a way. And I don't know, obviously, this young lady's situation, but you should try to get off of the government assistance stuff.
I mean, if you
Maybe this
really,
will
if you want
incentivize.
these products that are tested
Oh.
and proved not the best for anybody's nutrition, that's a luxury. That's what it's called, a luxury. Luxuries need to be purchased with your spendable money. If you don't have spendable money, spendable income,
Well,
then
the only problem
that
I
sucks for
actually
you. I'm
see
sorry.
with this.
It's luxuries are what's the word I'm looking for? Luxuries are a luxury. Luxuries are not required. They're what's the word?
The only problem I actually see with this, and I don't think it's actually to punish people. I think it is probably to try to make people a little more healthy.
That's totally
Because
what it is.
this is not an incentive for like, oh, I can't go buy fudge bars or something from the ice cream department. It's not an incentive for this woman to go work 40 hours a week.
No.
It's just not. That's
No.
not enough incentive.
No.
It isn't. So
Well,
he's not gonna be like, I want ice cream so bad, I'm gonna go work 40 hours a week.
If anything, it's
Or
incentive
maybe she does
to
work.
work.
I don't know. I don't know.
If anything, it is incentive to work though, because if you want to buy those luxuries, you can no longer get it for free. You have to pay
I
for
disagree.
them. I
disagree
I
entirely.
think it's still an incentive to at least work. Maybe not work a full 40 hours, but to work to get cash that actually will get you the luxury.
No, but do you think that would actually incent? That's not gonna.
I think it's still
They're gonna just bitch and
ultimately
moan about it.
the most important lack of incentive is the working. Like you
I'm
said,
not a I'm not a
if
I'm
they
not a
put a
Utah
regulation,
Mormon out here
it's
begging for
mind
soda.
you,
You know, it's like
this is not the current regulation, but even if they do put a current or the regulation to be minimum working 20 hours, so now you're saying they don't have to work 40 hours. All you have to do is work 20 hours to get it. That's not incentive to work. That's incentive
they're
to work
not gonna work
enough.
20 hours just
Yeah,
to buy
it's
soda.
incentive to
They're
work
not
enough.
Mormons.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if
Brownies?
you ever seen that
You're
the
gonna tell me
Mormons are
I
really
can't have
addicted to
fucking
soda.
Dr. Pepper with my dinner? And all I'm hearing is be grateful, be grateful. It's free food. Get off of your
Dr.
throne
Pepper
of
is good.
entitlement and take a look around you guys. Everyone
I
is
enjoy
one
soda
bad
too,
day
but
away from being
oh well.
homeless or even needing government assistance. Do you guys not see how that makes you look? Your lack of empathy and understanding is outstandingly atrocious.
Yeah, totally.
I would disagree. I would say your lack of empathy and maybe not
It's
empathy, but
not
your lack of
empathy, it's lack of
understanding is
understanding.
atrocious.
Yeah, I was about to say it's the
Yeah,
lack of
you have
understanding of the
you total
reality.
lack of
No,
understanding, and you know what? Your lack of
you get free
entitlement is
money. Yeah,
disgusting. Your
exactly.
lack of
You get free
entitlement
money, and
is
you think you
disgusting.
want to be
But
able to use that money however you
but you
want.
know
Like
what?
that's not how the program's designed.
But you know what? I want to just say, as wrong as I think this woman is, I don't blame her because the system is set up this way, and you've mooched off this. And
It
I'm
enables
making a
this entitlement.
generalization.
It
I
enables the
don't know
entitlement.
this specific woman, but a lot of people do. They understand the system, they know how to game it, and now it's changing, and they're unhappy about it. I understand where the frustration comes from, but I mean, you can't act like you're not entitled. You're acting completely entitled. You want other people's money so you can get whatever you want, and now if there's restrictions on that, not that you can't eat, but that yeah, now that's unfortunate.
So there are currently 12 states that have been put on these waivers.
That's it.
That includes Arkansas, Iowa, Utah,
Mm-hmm.
Colorado, Louisiana, West Virginia, Florida, Nebraska, Idaho, Oklahoma, Indiana, and Texas. As you stated before, that what is your biggest thing that you noticed out of all those states? You said
Well,
it earlier.
no, I know. 10 of them are red, I believe.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at the map
I
right,
mean,
I have to
yeah,
scroll
I
over.
believe
Right?
so.
I
Yeah.
can't see the East. Oh yeah, there's nothing on the East Coast. Yeah, 10 of them are red. The only ones that are not. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, no, I'm wrong. 11.
And some of
Because
these
I think Indiana.
restrictions, Arkansas is restricted on soda, fruit and vegetable drinks with less than 50% natural juice, unhealthy drinks, and candy. I don't know what necessarily constitutes. I'm sure they have a list of unhealthy drinks. If it has a certain level of sugar content, I'm sure. Restrictions purchase of soda drinks in Colorado, soda, energy drinks, candy, and prepared desserts. That's the one thing I'm like, man, don't take away my cheesecakes. I love my cheesecakes, but I jest. I have definitely used EBT here and there throughout my life when I needed it, when I was unemployed, when I was in between jobs, stuff like that. But I am not a typical user of EBT. I pay everything with cash regardless, so oh well. Nothing's really changing for me too much. In Idaho, they are restricting the purchase of soda and candy. Indiana, purchase of soft drinks and candy. It goes on and on.
Soft
Different
drinks,
between the
soda.
states, but yeah, that's the
Hold on,
biggest ones
actually, I
is
just want
soft
to.
drinks, energy
Maybe
drinks,
there's
candy, and prepared desserts. The only
soft.
state I noticed with prepared desserts is Florida, but I'm
The only
sure
place
others
I
will
know that's
follow.
addicted to actual soda is Utah. There's a like
Really?
the Mormons. They can't drink hot things and they can't drink alcohol. So I think they're like
That makes
really.
sense.
I mean, they
Yeah.
kind of just like they get their fix through soda.
Yeah, it's either that
But
or water, right? Yeah.
well, yeah. I mean, everyone's on like a caffeine high
Yeah.
over there, which is healthy. But you know what? It's probably better than drinking. So
Well,
I'm not.
make
I'm
sure to
not
let
gonna
us
knock the
know.
Mormons too
Like,
much. But
subscribe, share,
yeah.
follow, all that. Let us know
Well, yeah.
if you're in one of the states that's impacted by this, and
I
has it
just.
affected
I
you?
don't.
Are you an
I'm not
EBT
on.
recipient? Any of that stuff? Let us know.
I'm not on. I'm not on EBT, but I've never been on EBT actually, or never
I
had a
mean,
SNAP
it's not
thing.
going to
But
affect
I don't
anyone
think it's
that's
a
not
big.
on
I don't
EBT.
know.
So it's like only if you're on EBT, you're just restricted on what you can use it
Yeah, but
on
the
there.
people who are on
To me,
EBT
that's
affect
not.
me
Yeah.
because I pay taxes. I pay for
Oh,
them to get
this is
food.
very true.
So
This is
you
very
know,
true.
if they're a little healthier, they'll I don't
All in
know.
all, yeah, the ultimate goal is to
They'll
get
eat
people
less.
healthier, to eat less junk food, to eat less processed food, sugar, stuff like
I
that.
don't even
So
know if that's
that's a good goal.
I don't even know if that's the core goal.
I mean,
Maybe it is just to
that's
incentivize them to
RDJ's
go, earn their own money. But I don't
one
think
of
so.
his like biggest points that he constantly, we need to eat healthier. Too much obese. America is too obese.
Oh yeah, he's the health secretary.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So anyway, again, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Join us on the next one.